Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this file. You can't really see it, but this line right here is curved because it's not flat like the other one. I've just done it and it worked out. I'm hoping one of my mathematical gurus will chime in here. If we take a polygon and hit P to put it in center page, Control D while holding down the Shift key and make another one and then rotate it 30 degrees. So there's probably a mathematical solution to this. But if we take a 2-point line and go from there to there, you can see that it's off. So what we can do is make our own polygon in the center and make sure it's in the center. So I'm going to take a 2-point line and I'm going to go from that node to that node. And then I'm going to Control D and alternate C and rotate it 60 degrees. Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. Now, let me move this out of the way. And if we take our Smart Fill tool, fill that in, and then nudge this over so we can get rid of our line. And then nudge this back and this over, and left click, right click. I want to make them both black. Now, if we take our 2-point line in red, and if we go from that node to that node, you can see it's perfect. So that's the answer to his question. Maybe one of my math gurus. So let's just draw this real quick. It's pretty fun. Let's take a 2-point line and go from there to there, and from there to there, just giving us a shape. Now let's go ahead and group this together, Control G, and make them all black. And because this is a pretty good problem, when you draw two lines and you go from there to there and there to there, those two lines now are connected. Corel just does that, which is most of the time helpful, and this time not. So let's, what we have to do is take the shape tool, click on that node, right click and break the curve apart or break it apart, then go up to object and actually break it apart. So now we have two lines. Let's go to effects and blend, and we're going to have a problem that I'm going to show you why. I'm going to blend them 22 times and see what it did, which in a lot of cases is perfect, but that's not what we want. So take your shape tool and right click that one node and reverse the subpath. Now, if we take both these, we can hit apply and we get that. Now, always go and break the blend apart and then Control G to group that, Control D to duplicate it, alternate C to have it rotate, and rotated that 60 degrees, Control D all the way around. Now, I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. I'm going to nudge it about 22 inches because I want to work on the inside. And you don't have to have them all red or all yellow like we did. Now I'm going to work on the inside, and I really just have to draw two lines. From there to there, and from there to there. I could go ahead and do this, don't really need to, because we're only going to use one of those triangles. Control G, make them all black, and we're going to do the same scenario. But this time we're going to go from the, okay, I'm glad I caught that. That one line is not, okay, I got to ungroup it. I got off on that one line. That way those crosshairs ought to be in the center. Now let's go ahead and make them black again. And Control G to make them black. I actually made part of that other thing black. Let's get this. I want to nudge. I don't want to move. Don't ever move it. Nudge it. And once we move it, I'm going to group it, Control G, because then we can put it back. So let's go in and Control G to group that, make them all black. And this time I'm going to try to solve or eliminate one of those problems. We came from that side outwardly. So let's take a 2-point line, and I'm going to go from there to there, and then from here to here. Now, because I went outwardly, Corel still put them together, but if I right-click, break apart, object, break curve apart. But now if I blend these two, they will, no, I still got to, so I don't really matter. I don't guess it cares what side you start on. Reverse subpath. So it's the same scenario. That's one reason you lock stuff. And let's blend this, and that's what we want. Go up to object, break the blend apart. You know what? I don't need that anymore. I'm going to group that together. I'm going to Control G, Control D, alternate C, and rotate it 60 degrees. Control D, Control D, Control D. Now I can bring this one back. I still didn't group it, but I don't really want it grouped right now. Because then you could make different colors. You know, they don't all have to be the same color. You could click on that one and right click in blue. I'm going to go ahead and make this one blue. I'm going to right click on that one and make it purple. Well, there we go. Then take that one and make it purple. We'll make this one yellow by right clicking yellow. We'll go ahead and do that inside, right clicking for yellow. Take that one and make it green. I'm right clicking, because right clicking is how you turn your lines a different color. So we need to do one more color. Let's do that dark purple. Now, it won't really show up to you very good till you put a black box around it, go object, order, back a page. That's pretty sweet. I think I like all the yellow better, but that's definitely different. Oh, you know what I missed? Why is there two red? Blue, blue, purple, purple, yellow. Oh, this one should have been green. There we go. And then this one should be purple. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I hope that answered his question. And if some mathematical guru will let me know if there's a ratio or equation. Anyway, I hope that helped. Thank you for watching.